Daddy, my dad's taking me trick-or-treating again this year, and I'm so excited. He's finally going to dress up this time. I can't wait to see what he's going to be. He didn't tell me yet, so I'm really excited to find out. Dad, you ready yet?
Yeah, I think this is the best one ever.
What are you?
Transvestite hooker. What?
I'm glad you decided to change.
Yeah, it was too cold anyway.
Yeah, that's the reason.
I'll do one more house, okay?
Okay.
Let's do this one.
Trick or treat. Hi. Hi, thank you. You're welcome.
What'd you get?
Nothing special.
Let me see. She gave you pencils?
Dad, it's fine.
She gave you pencils. They're not even Halloween pencils.
It's fine.
Just hold on. Just hold on. It's the principle of the matter.
Okay. Can I help you?
Yeah, you just gave my daughter pencils for Halloween.
Yeah, is there a problem?
Yeah, there's a problem. She works hard all week at school, and Halloween comes like once a year, and kids like to get chocolate candy.
I choose not to give unhealthy candy for Halloween.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great. Are you married?
Actually, yeah, my husband's on his way home if you want to meet him.
No, I don't need to meet him, but what did you give your husband for your anniversary? A box of pens? Oh, this is, you know what? You're worse than the people that put razors in chocolate. You want to know why?
Why?
Because at least around the razor, there's chocolate. There's actually candy.
What's wrong with this guy?
You're a disgrace to Halloween. All right. When you're going trick-or-treating, someone gives your kid pencils, here's what you do. You egg their house, right?
I guess.
All right, let's do this. Give me an egg. There's one. Woohoo! Got it. Give me another one. Oh, shit.
Is that a... What is...
I think she saw us. Wait. She's opening the door. She's letting something out. It's a dog. It's a big one. Drop the eggs and run.
Dad, is the pumpkin done yet?
Almost, babe. I'm just finishing up this pumpkin for a little headbanger. And just so you guys know, you know those, they sell those pumpkin carving kits at the store. You don't need those. Those are a waste of money. Those carving knives never work. You need a real knife. Something like this. That's a man's way of carving a pumpkin, alright? Wait till you see this when I'm done. Just finishing up the mouth here. Ah! Ah! Fuck! Ah! Ah! Shh! Ah! 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 Oh, hi, Bear. Ah. You're gonna have to drive me to the hospital.
I'm 11.
You know how much an ambulance ride costs? You know we don't have insurance. Ah. Got the finger on ice?
Yep.
Oh, good. Oh, I'm feeling lightheaded. Then I'm gonna pass out.
The ambulance is on its way.
Alright, good. How's the pumpkin look?
Great.
Good. Fucking love Halloween. Hey everybody, happy fucking Halloween. I'm the Headbanger. Welcome to the Horrors Ball special Halloween episode. Hope you all are having a fantastic October. I know I am. Let's get right. Actually, before I get to everything, we got a lot to get to today, obviously. I want to do just a special shout out before I get started to, honestly, pretty much my favorite YouTube channel within this community. I'm sure a lot of you out there would agree with me, and it's saying a lot, saying that it's my favorite because there's so many great channels out there that you guys do, and I love so many of them. But this is definitely my favorite. Hosted by an awesome dude, and unfortunately, this channel is no more. It is Beyond the Realms. So I hope that hopefully Jason down the road will be coming back to the community with a new channel. You can only hope. But I just wanted to give a nice toast. If you out there have a drink handy, hoist it up. Just want to toast Jason and Beyond the Realms. By the way, I had a little bit of Kessler's whiskey left. That was pretty much the last shot of it. A lot of you out there might think that Kessler's is like an old man drink, but that's whiskey that my friends and I choose to drink. I'll take a Kessler over Jack Daniels any day, but that's just me. I'm kind of weird like that. All right, so Beyond the Realms. All right, let's get to it. I'm going to obviously this theme here is going along with the contest that I'm running right now. It ends on the 27th, Friday. Is that correct, or is it 28th? So it's just asking you your basically your Halloween / October traditions that you do every year, and so I'm gonna kind of coincides with the theme of this Halloween episode. I'm gonna tell you what I do, and particularly a big movie marathon that we do every year for the last over a decade now. So some things I do, and a lot of you do stuff like this. I do take a little headbanger out to those like those pumpkin farms where you do like the haunted hay rides, and they have the corn mazes. So that stuff's really cool. Unfortunately, due to weather this year, we've been unable to do it yet. Hope to get that in like next week. What else do we do? There's also those haunted houses. I know that they're throughout the country. I'm sure no matter where you live, they're out there, and there's various companies that do them around here. Anyway, I don't know if this is just an East Coast company or if this company runs throughout the United States. I have no idea. I just know there's a bunch of them out there. I know for those of you on the West Coast, I know there's some awesome ones in like California and stuff. One around here, anyway, in this region is called Fright World. They rent out a big building, kind of typically like a mall or something, and it's just a big main room, and then off to the side they have various different themed haunted houses. You go through them all. They're actually really, really cool. If none of you have gone to any of these things, they're awesome, well worth the money. They're very elaborate and detailed, and they're really cool. They have live volunteer actors. I don't know if they're volunteer. Some of them are volunteer. The actors that are there to scare you, and they have guys running around with chainsaws. It's just really cool, elaborate costumes, the set pieces, really cool stuff. Just a must for this time of year. Anyway, so I usually go every year. The last couple of years, we've taken a little headbanger with us, and it hasn't gone too well. 2 years ago, she was really excited about it. We get in there, she was totally freaked out. Totally understandable. You walk in, huge room, it's really dark, very little lighting. You got a guy running around with a chainsaw, and that's before you even get into any of the individual haunted houses. So, didn't happen the first year. Last year, we tried it again. She really wanted to do it. We got in there. She actually got through about most of one of them, and then she was done, and she was just too freaked out. Which, this is a little heavy right now. She's a young horror fan. She's watched a lot of great horror films. She's watched some crazy stuff like the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween. I mean, she's watched some pretty good stuff for someone her age. She's 11, and she, you know, I feel bad because she really wants to get through these haunted houses, but she's just been freaked out. And like I said, totally understandable. It's pretty an intense experience for someone at a young age, and I mean, I've seen, you know, teenage guys run out of there screaming. So, so we're gonna try it again this year. We're actually going tonight. I'm filming this show in different days, you know, of course, and we're actually going to Fright World tonight. So I'm gonna let you know how that goes. Next segment, basically, and and then we'll come back here and I will tell you guys about our horror movie marathon. So check out this Fright World footage. You know, will 3 times be a charm for the little headbanger, or will we have to wait another year? So check this out, and then after that, we're going to show you the second kick butt review by the little headbanger. It's a review / recommendation, and then we'll come back here and I'll tell you about the marathon. So check out this footage from Fright World, see what happens. I don't even know right now because it's happening tonight. So. Alright everybody, Headbanger here. We are in front of Fright World. It's Friday night. We are a week before Halloween. This is Hope's, little Headbanger's 3rd attempt at going through Fright World. Is this going to be the one?
Yes!
Are you going to do it?
No.
Alright, are you going to do it, yes or no?
Yes!
Alright, we'll see you guys on the way out and we'll let you know what happened. Me and Little Headbanger just went through 3 of the 5 haunted houses. She's doing great. You think you'll get through the last 2?
Yes.
Are you having fun?
Yes.
Alright, see you later. Hey guys, we just got out of Fright World. Little Headbanger made it through all 5 haunted houses. They were awesome. What did you think? Great?
It was awesome. I want to do it again.
Alright, I'll see you guys later.
Happy Halloween, I'm the Little Headbanger, and today I'm going to recommend the show Goosebumps by R.L. Stine. They're just really good shows for kids, and they're good to watch around Halloween because they never have happy endings, and they're mostly horror themed, and I have most of them on DVD. They're available on DVD. And they're also books, so you should get those books too. And there's also a new show on the Hub by R.L. Stine, and it's called The Haunting Hour, and it's also a good show, and you should watch it with your kids if you have kids. Even if you don't have kids, watch it. And that has been a kick butt review recommendation, more like, by Little Headbanger. Happy Halloween, bye.
Alright guys, we're back. Hope you enjoyed that footage. Just to reiterate on what Little Headbanger was saying about R.L. Stine, totally right. In the, you know, in the horror pantheon of just the history of personalities and people within, you know, the horror world over the years, R.L. Stine has to be just up there high in that list. just anyone who was responsible for, helping getting kids into horror just deserves so much credit and respect in my book. And he is like at the top of that list. I know there are a lot of writers out there, illustrators who do stuff like that. But the level that he did it on, the crossing various forms of media, starting with the Goosebumps books back in the 80s and 90s, and having that show, Goosebumps, that was a Canadian show in the 90s. Yeah, Little Headbanger has like majority of them on DVD. If you have kids, definitely, those are just a must. They're really well done. They're funny, sometimes cheesy, sometimes genuinely creepy. And like Little Headbanger said, a majority of them end, most kids stuff ends with like, just a cheesy, happy ending. Everything comes together at the end. Majority of these Goosebumps shows totally had fucked up endings, which is really cool. And a lot of them have Halloween themes. They're just fantastic. And he, like she mentioned, he has a show on the channel, The Hub, if you get that, called the Haunting Hour. Basically modern day Goosebumps, a little more, actually more geared toward maybe like young teenagers, more in that age frame, but like really great, really well done. And it's like she said, it's something that you can watch with an adult, that that you can watch with your kids, that you will actually legitimately enjoy, not like watching some shitty Disney movie that you're just forced to watch. This is like something you'll really enjoy with your kid. Definitely introducing them into horror. And R.L. Stine is just deserves a lot of credit in my book, and history of horror talents out there, deserving credit for just helping getting kids into horror. And he certainly was a big help in my household, getting Little Headbanger into horror. So if you have kids, definitely check that out if you haven't already. So alright, to our big horror movie marathon that I've been blabbering about the last 2 episodes. I realize I'm speaking to the choir here, that a lot of you out there already do this. I realize I'm not coming up with some crazy, innovative new ways of having a horror movie marathon. I understand that, but I just want to at least, it's literally become my favorite day of the year by far. I just wait for it all year, and I figured if nothing else this time of year, spread the love out to you guys of how passionate I am about this day and how much fun we have. And a couple of your videos, you guys have told me what you do. I know 13th Wolfman mentioned it in his contest entry. He does a really long one like I do, which is really awesome. But maybe if just one of you out there watch this who maybe don't do one at all yet, or maybe you do one, but I say something that might get you into doing it the way we do it. So I'm just telling you guys what we do. Just hopefully maybe someone will do it, or you'll just enjoy hearing me talking about it, because that's basically the theme of this show. Because it's the big day of the year for me and my group of friends, and it's the big day besides like taking Little Headbanger out trick-or-treating on Halloween, which is great. Besides that, it's definitely my favorite day of every October by far. And I know a lot of you guys have movie nights throughout the year. We all do. I do. This is the only one though. This is basically like our Super Bowl of horror movie nights. It's our Academy Awards of horror movie nights. This is the big one. And no other times throughout the year do we do one this big. At the most, maybe throughout the year we'll have a night maybe that we watch 3 or 4 movies in one night at the most. This one we watched 6 in one day. It's a long. You have breaks in between. It all comes down to about 13 hours around there, 12, 13 hours. Some of you may find that completely crazy. I understand that. Others might think that's just the norm. You do it yourself. But it's totally worth it, and I'm telling you, it's great. I realize there could be some logistical issues with some of you. Maybe you're unable to have an opportunity to be somewhere that long, or you can't have people over, maybe because of kids or just your job. I understand that. A couple of us, have to request off of work for this day. We pull out all the shots for this. Do whatever you have to do. If possible, if you have kids, get a sitter. It's totally worth it. So let's get down to the details. We usually have ours every Saturday, but closest to Halloween. So, or whatever your schedule dictates, that you can get people together and whatever. And you just need a date designated all day and throughout the night, and preferably, of course, maybe having the next day off of work would be a wise move. So we get together. As far as how many people you have, I think it's better to keep it to a smaller group, your kind of core group of horror fans, your horror friends. If you have too many people, then it's too much like a party. You start to lose focus. The point of getting together is watching the films and at least paying attention. Have enough people there not too many, so that you're not talking through the whole fucking movie, which we do a little bit, of course, but you know what I mean. The focus is to watch these films. So we have, I would say personally, ideal for these type of big marathons are like 2 to 6 people. We have 5 people. That's the regular rotation. Now about 5 of us. We have me and my buddy. We call him 26. He's the one that I started this with like 12 years ago. Originally, it was just first few years. It was really ended up usually just being me and him. Maybe some other friend or two would come along. We'd always invite people, and they'd be like, "Yeah, we'll come." And you know, some people just don't want to sit in a basement and drink and for 12 hours and watch horror films. Understandable, but so throughout the years, people would come and go. But a lot of times it was just me and 26. And as the years progressed, we got some new friends. And basically, right now, it comes down to it's me, my buddy 26, my wife, my buddy Finchy, who you are about to meet, his wife. That's the core group. And I like it that way. I like it. At the most, maybe I'd add another friend down the road, but I think 2 to 6 people is, I think, ideal. And so, of course, standard, you have to, you order a bunch of food throughout the night. So, we all put in money. We save up, put money aside throughout the month or whatever. Or just put some. Everyone's got a throne, of course. Get a bunch of food that you'll be manging on throughout the evening. We all make desserts that are all, of course, horror themed, Halloween themed. Last year I make a kick-ass Rice Krispie treat, believe it or not. I'm telling you, they're the best. I used food coloring. I made them like, pumpkins. They're orange. We made ghost cake, zombie brownies. This year, a buddy of mine, his girlfriend, makes cake pops. If any of you out there have ever not had cake pops, they're amazing. She's making like Jason Friday the 13th ones. Awesome. So you have all your treats are Halloween horror related. The beers, if you are beer drinkers, there's so many great seasonal beers out there. Not just the Oktoberfest stuff, but also like legitimately like horror themed beers. I've mentioned it before many times. Nosferatu is a fantastic beer by the Great Lakes company. You have Magic Hat Company puts out a Night of the Living Dead box. Really cool box, got skeleton on it. And it's a sampler pack of all their stuff. Really awesome. You have all those pumpkin beers. There's so much great stuff. So everything we buy are just premium, good seasonal / Halloween beers, beverages. So you got all that set. So you're set up from a drinking standpoint. Grab some liquor, or pop, whatever you want to drink. A lot of you are probably like, how do you get through six movies, 12, 13 hours? That's where the Red Bull comes in, or whatever energy drink you like. We actually do Jaeger bombs throughout the night, which is Jägermeister and Red Bull. If you don't like to drink Jägermeister, whatever, just pop some Red Bull shots. Trust me, it works. Gets us through. By like the 6th movie, of course, a couple of us in the group tend to nod off anyway. I'm not one of them, but understandably, it's not easy. I think after you do it one time, you get used to it. But a lot of you out there, it's probably not a big deal. You sit through 5, 6 horror movies on a regular basis. I don't know. But so get down to the logistics of actually the movies themselves. This is really cool. I like how we do it. 26 and I, since we kind of started this day way back when, I guess we kind of be considered like the head of it. But I have one other dude, my buddy Finchy, who you're about to meet. He's one of the other, I guess you could call us the horror council. Sounds really ridiculous, but for lack of a better way of putting it. And so 26 and I pick a couple of films, and then what we do is, so you got 6 slots. We pick a classic film, which is usually the film we start the evening with. It's one that usually all of us have seen, a movie you've seen many times, maybe you haven't, preferably one you haven't seen in a couple of years. Just to throw it out there. Let's say Hellraiser for the sake of it. You have Hellraiser. Obviously most of the people in the group, of course, would have seen it. It's a classic. Just something that usually everyone's seen, and it's a classic, and you pick it. That starts the day off. Next 5 slots, you have 3 of you, or whatever. We pick 3 of us. Each make a pick. So me, 26, my buddy Finchy. We each pick something. It can be something you've seen before, something you've never seen before, maybe something that you've seen but the other people in the group haven't seen it, which is usually a cool way to go. So it's just your pick. And I mean, we literally take this pick very seriously. We research throughout the year. It's a big deal picking what we do. We don't just sit down. Okay, I'll pick this. It's like we want everyone to like it. It's just really cool. We really take it seriously in that way. and we want it to work out. We want everyone to watch it. We want it to go well, during the marathon. So it's something that, my pick for next year. I'll be researching it, the day after this year's. It's something like we really take it seriously in that way. It's really cool. So you got the classic pick, the 3 picks from 3 of the people. That's 4, and then the last 2 slots go. We call them the headliners. Typically, we watch them. The last 2 movies are the headliners, and usually it's films that none of us have seen, and it's kind of maybe a film that we've heard a lot about, making a lot of waves within the horror scene, or maybe we've all wanted to see these for a while, and it's something cult. It's the headliners. They're the main draw of the day. 2 films that a lot of us have really been eager to watch. So those are the final 2 slots. So you have 6 films. That's the way we do it. Like I said, my friends and I have really a fun time making our picks because you want them to go well, and you always remember that when you first saw this movie, you saw it at your Halloween horror day. So it really is like the Super Bowl of horror movie nights. It's you want your pick to go well. You just want everything to go right. And part of the risk to a pick, maybe something you haven't seen, that's part of the fun, is that it may be a shitty movie, but it's the fun of the unknown, and it's just a great time. And I'm getting a weird look from my camera, so I'm going to check the battery, because this battery just sucks on this camera. So I'll be right back. I apologize. Alright, sorry about that. It's the horror movie marathon. It's the one time of the year that you get together with your closest horror friends and you watch 6 fucking movies. It's the Super Bowl of horror nights. We all do it throughout the year where we have a movie marathon or movie night. But this is the Super Bowl of it. This is the big one. Everything's exaggerated. It's best analogy. I mean, it's really like it's become by far my best day of the year. Like I said, and everyone within my group. It's like it's fuck Christmas, fuck your birthday, fuck the day you get the raise at work. The raise is gonna be shitty anyway. It's the big day of the year. And the analogy, it's like when you were a kid and it was Christmas Eve and you just couldn't sleep because you knew what was happening the next morning, and you run down the stairs. And that's what I'm like. I mean, the night before, I'm just all squirmy, and little headbanger's like, "Dad, go to bed." I'm like a kid on Christmas Eve. It's just awesome. And any of you out there want to take any of this and try to adopt it into your October or your movie marathon that you already do. It's so much fun. It's amazing, and it's just the best, by far the best day of the year. And we just look forward to it. And like I said, it's like the planning. You hear people that do big events. Well, tomorrow we'll start planning for next year. That's what it's like with us. We just try to make it bigger and better every year. Another detail I forgot that we do, if you didn't need any more, was we actually do a gift exchange too, where you set like a limit of 10, 15, 20, 25 bucks. And we do the exchange with each other, and we buy each other like horror themed gifts. So that just adds to it. Like halfway through, we'll stop and exchange the gifts. So it's just a big fucking deal. It's basically like a horror fan's Christmas, And actually, when we come back after this mailbag, I'm going to be joined for the first time by a special guest, my buddy Finchy. And we're going to just basically, we drank and we discussed, our movie marathon, kind of like things that have happened in the past, moments from the past, because you just create these amazing memories. You always remember, the first time I saw that movie was on our marathon, or I remember, you just always, for whatever reason, you just remember like what the movie lineup was. You always remember what you saw. So we reminisce a little bit about the past movie nights, movie marathons, and got a little bit of alcohol in our systems. And we also preview what we're going to watch, what the lineup is, what we picked for this coming year, which is going to happen a week after this show. So hope you enjoy that special guest. And right now we're going to go to this mailbag. It's just stuff from a bunch of fellow YouTube friends, man. Really cool people that I got packages from for various reasons. And a former YouTuber, my buddy Mizpol, awesome guy that a lot of you know. So check out this special Halloween mailbag, and then we'll come back here and you can watch me and my buddy drink and talk about our favorite day of the year. So, and then of course, before this is all said and done, I gotta at least make a couple recommendations. So check this mailbag out, and we'll see you back here.